Yo, so before the video starts, I'm on a mission to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. So subscribe and I will do a stream where I build 500 bulls. I also have a video explaining the deal. Okay, subscribe. Yo, how's it going, boys and girls and other genders of the world? Why am I Steve's kid? So today we are going to have a story time of the times I almost died. This is the first thing I'm going to do when I wake up. Talk about the times I almost have perished. Because perishing is cool. I don't know, that it's not cool. The time I remember me almost dying was the time when I was biking to one of my friends and a car literally hit me while I was biking over to one of my friends. My friend lived quite dangerously. I remember it took like half an hour to like go there. I normally didn't go to this guy's house. This was like the first time we actually like hung out like outside of school. I told my mom like, yo, I mean, no, I don't think I told my mom that I was going either because I was gone for like fucking 6 hours. I was stupid because I remember like coming home and my mom was pissed like because like I didn't do my homework and shit, you know. How am I not like disowned? Well, my mom was I looked over the road and everything like that to make sure it was safe, and I could have sworn to God that it was fine. Like I think I was what, like 10 years old or some shit. My 10-year-old eyesight confirmed that it was fine to go over. So with this knowledge, you know, me making a decision as a 10-year-old, I decided to walk over this road. The thing is, right, apparently I didn't look as well because I distinctly remember looking over and it was fine. Like no cars were there, no one was crossing the road. I was fine. But butt fuck nowhere. Like I don't know how this even happened. Like I'm still questioning it to this day. A car at like, I don't know how fast, but it wasn't that fast, but it was fast enough to like have an impact to fling me like a few meters away into like a bush or some shit, which wasn't quite pleasant, I must say. It was quite scary. And then all I really remember after that was an old man stepping out of the car and yelling at me and telling me to like watch where I'm going and shit. And I didn't say anything because I was just kind of shocked that I got driven over. I didn't really have time to react as a kid, I don't think. I kind of just picked myself up and the fucking screaming old man just sat in his car and drove off. I didn't tell my mom because I was so scared she was gonna like not let me like hang out with this guy again. So I didn't even tell my friend either that I literally almost could have died. But I told them like years and years later. I told my mom years and years later too. That was one time I almost died. So the other time I almost, I mean, I didn't really like almost die, but I could have quite literally died like really badly. It was the time when I was a bit of a parkour kid. I loved to do like climb roofs and shit with my friends and stuff. That was quite fun. We would bring like drinks and all that shit to the roofs and just have a good time, you know. It was always quite fun. But the sheer shape of this roof we climbed was so astronomically dangerous that we could have fallen to our deaths, I'm not gonna lie. So we climbed this roof that was in the shape of a U. It didn't have like a flat surface on this roof either. It didn't have like a, yeah, your classic V-shaped roof, right? It was like a U shape and it was smooth on the roof. So we were pretty much playing with life and death. It was actually like a gym, this entire thing was. And it wasn't like this entire gym was small, right? No, it wasn't. It was on top of a hill. Like we could have fallen like what, like 50 or something meters down. I don't know what that is in feet, but we could have literally fallen and breaking all of our bones in our body quite literally that day. We even discussed it like as we were going up, like, yo, we can die. Like we were fucking stupid, dude. So the third story is about the time I was driving with my mom, with like 1 week's worth of experience of driving a car. And the time we almost hit a deer. It was actually kind of dark when this happened as well, which made it even worse. And it was what, like my third time on the road or some shit like that. And I was driving my mom home from the store and whatnot. As I was driving down this hill type thing, my mom was just on her phone, like talking with her, I think it was talking to my grandmother or something. I'm not too sure what she was doing, but she was at least not focused on the road as well as I was, right? Thankfully, the deer didn't like freak out or anything. I know that deers can like freak out pretty easily and shit. I was driving down this hill. As I was driving it down, I looked over to my mom. For a split second, I saw the deer in the middle of the road, and somehow I apparently had the reflexes to just stop the car. And thankfully I had the reflex time to stop it so that we were a safe distance away from the deer, which was good because we were both safe. My mom started fucking screaming, obviously, because she saw the deer. So we could have died because you never know if I would have like freaked out or the deer would have freaked out or jumped into the fucking window and chopped my head off or some shit, you know what I mean? It was actually quite funny as well. I told my mom, like, it was quite funny that like after a week of driving we've almost perished. Like, I hope you enjoyed listening to the times I could have actually not been alive. Let me know if you want more story times and everything, and I will definitely... It's not that much happening in my life, so I mean, I'll try my best. For the next 3 months on this channel, I'm going to be exclusively asking for subscribers because I'm trying to reach 50,000 subscribers before 2023. So if you can just hit the subscribe button, it would mean all my voice. But yeah, just subscribe, like button.